Hey guys, what's up? Hope you're all having a wonderful day. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Sam, and we've got my co-host Philip with me today.
Yes, I am Philip today, not Phil.
And today we have some Nancy Sinatra for you. And this is Frank Sinatra's daughter, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many kids Frank Sinatra had, but this is his eldest daughter, Nancy. And I didn't even know that Frank had a daughter that sang.
Me either.
That tells you how out to lunch I am with this whole, family as all in general. We didn't know Frank Sinatra before we started the channel. Did My Way. Haven't done a ton of his stuff.
Yeah.
But we did the more recent performance with Elvis. That was really, really cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
And then we came to the conclusion in those comments that there is a daughter that sings as well. And apparently she was super popular in her own right.
Yeah, like the 60's era, right?
Yeah. And so we've got These Boots Are Made for Walkin'. This sounds familiar as a name of the song. And you made mention there may be a reason for that, that I may know a more recent version.
Yeah, I believe this song has been covered probably by lots of people, but the one that stands out to me is the Jessica Simpson version. So I don't know if it's the same song exactly or if it's just like the idea, the concept was, and it was taken to be more modernized. Like, I don't know. I think that was from the early 2000s is when Jessica Simpson's came out.
Right. I remember her being pretty popular at one point. So maybe I recognize the title of that.
Her version is more of like a country version though.
Okay. Right. So we'll get into finding out if that is, similar in terms of the lyrics and the rest of it. But I don't know anything about Nancy Sinatra. You don't know anything about Nancy Sinatra. So this will be our first time listening to her and seeing what These Boots Are Made for Walkin' is all about back in the 60s. You ready?
Yes, let's do it.
Let's go. I don't know if that can get any shorter.
You keep saying you got something for me, something you call love, but confess you've been a messin' where you shouldn't have been a messin', and now someone else is getting all your best. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you. Yeah. You keep lying when you ought to be truthin', and you keep losing when you ought to not bet. You keep saying when you ought to be a-changin'. Now what's right is right, but you ain't been right yet.
I am totally distracted.
For all the shaking.
With like all these legs up on the stage and there's the booty shaking going on. This is reminding me of a video of in 2020.
A little bit less aggressive.
Of course, yeah. I'm exaggerating, but
Their
it
booty
is
shake
distracting.
is like...
It is distracting from a female perspective, right?
All these ladies.
You've got, I think that's the point, right?
Yeah.
Is at the time, I would imagine
This is a little bit risque.
Yeah, this is probably pushing the bounds.
Yeah,
and,
a little provocative.
Yeah, being provocative.
Gets
and
the people going.
And so I wonder, you guys can elaborate on this because you may have been around or, may have been much more aware whether it was really provocative at the time and if that led into Nancy's persona. And, there's people like that today, right? That they stick out more because they're not shy about how they feel.
Can rock the boat a little bit.
About how they feel about, images or personality or whatever and how they want to, convey themselves. And some people love it. Some people resonate with that in completeness. So I don't know if maybe from a woman's standpoint, this was something that was impactful, but
more of like women empowerment. We do what we want.
Yeah. I mean, it could be, or it was very controversial and people didn't agree with it. And maybe that's why it also blew up at the time.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Who knows?
So what are your thoughts?
I think it's cute. Like, it's definitely different than the version I'm familiar with. There's similarities, that little kind of like intro riff that's kind of like dun, 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 you know what I mean? That's terrible reenactment, but that's the same. I recognize that.
Yep.
And the chorus is the same, but besides that, I don't think the verses are the same. And this is like, obviously they're wearing go-go boots and they're kind of like doing like little dancey kind of shaking things.
So that's what you would call go-go boots.
I think that's what those are.
All right.
I could be wrong.
Because you go-go gadget? I don't know. What's the go-go for?
It's like go-go dancing. It's like a type of dancing.
All right. So that's something else I have to educate myself on now.
It's like from the 60s, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I only know that from Austin Powers, though, so don't quote me. Groovy, baby, you know? Anyways, the Jessica Simpson version is more of a country. Like, she's wearing like cowboy boots and doing more of like cowboy kind of stuff. But she's also very provocative. Her shorts are probably as long as like these girls.
Daisy Dukes or something?
Yeah. But this is interesting, and I think that,
so we went from go-go boots to Daisy Dukes.
Yeah, basically. But I like how they have like, this is cool that like from a video perspective, they have all the dancers and stuff, but they also keep like zooming in on her and making like her face and like her singing the focal point, but then they come out and like do their little number together, which is cute. I would say from a music standpoint, it's definitely catchy. I can understand why it would have been so popular at that time, especially if it is like kind of pushing the bounds a little bit and like women are like, yeah, we love this. I wouldn't say though, like, please don't hate on me and like, you know, whatever. I wouldn't say that I feel like her vocal has like a large range or is anything like, oh my God, wow, that's so incredible. But it definitely fits in with this song very well, I find.
Yeah, who knows? This could be, you know, something that was made to be catchier and not made to showcase her vocal.
Showcase her talent, yeah.
I don't know.
Like, it sounds good. It's just not something that I'd be like, wow, she's like such an amazing vocalist from this,
honestly,
you know?
I've been kind of distracted, so maybe I'll focus a little more
Phil's too
musically.
busy looking at the ladies' legs.
It's more, I'm just so surprised to see this from the 60s.
You can't handle seeing some skin. They're not even wearing skin, they're wearing pantyhose.
Yeah, but this is from like 60 years ago.
Yeah.
Right? I just didn't expect to see something like this.
Yeah, fair.
On TV or on a music video.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's finish it out. I'll add my closing thoughts at the end.
Yeah. You keep lying when you ought to be truthin', and you keep losing when you ought to not bet. You keep saying when you ought to be a-changin'. Now what's right is right, but you ain't been right yet. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you.
Now we're on the ground.
You keep playing where you shouldn't be playing, and you keep thinking that you'll never get burned. Ha! I just found me a brand new box of matches, yeah. And what he knows you ain't had time to learn. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you. Are you ready, Boots? Start walking.
I also found she had like a very like kind of like playful demeanor with like her facial expressions and stuff like that too. Like she was cute the way that she like performed it.
Playful but confident still at the same time.
Yeah.
I also wonder, like, it's interesting because I feel like this had, if you had shown it to me and I didn't have any information to go off of, I might have placed it into the 80s. Not maybe musically, but video-wise, the way it looked kind of reminded me of the 80s in terms of the fashion styles.
Well, I mean, I think like that whole like leotard thing, like the pantyhose with the boots with the higher cut, like it reminds me almost of like an 80s like workout, like leotard kind of vibe.
For sure. And I wonder like if this popularized nylons in any way, because like I mean, we haven't been exposed to a ton of 60s videos that were a little more provocative, but I don't
Probably because there wasn't very many.
I don't remember really seeing nylons that much in a video. So I don't know. You guys can elaborate on that. What's so funny? Hearing me talk about nylons?
It's not a nylons expert.
No, definitely not. Maybe somebody out there in the comments is an expert on fashion trends. And, like I said, this is really eye-opening to me from that circumstance, from, the visual component. I do feel like I know this song from somewhere. I think I probably know a different version of it from somebody else. I definitely didn't know her version, but I do recognize these
Jessica
boots
Simpson
are
version.
made for
It used to be
walking.
all over the radio and stuff.
Yeah, I probably heard it there, or another version of it in a film or something. But anyways, what are your thoughts, Sam? Close out.
I liked it. I thought it was fun. It was catchy. It was cute. It was really cool. I didn't even know that this was the original and that there were other versions. I had only ever heard the one. So it was really cool to kind of see where that came from, and interesting, like you said, to see something completely different from that time period.
Yeah, well, you guys will have to let us know a bit more about Nancy and what her catalog looks like. If this is indicative of how she sounds, if this was more of a playful song, if this was a controversial song, give us those insights in those comments, because you guys are always fantastic with them.
Yes.
And I would like to know, if there are other stuff out there that shows off her vocal capabilities a bit more. We obviously know the prowess that Frank had.
Yes.
So, she sounds like she has a powerful voice as well. So I'm wondering if, there's other songs out there that really showcase her ability. And if there is, you can let us know in the comments. Like I said, anything you want to add before we go, Sam?
No, just would love to continue with the journey with her and see more from her. So, yeah.
So they have to
Comment.
subscribe.
Yeah, leave us a comment, though. Let us know about where to go next, and then subscribe, and then hit the notification bell so we don't miss a single video.
Yeah, I thought you were going to work with me as a team here.
Oh, go
I say
back and forth.
and you say comment,
sorry.
and I say subscribe.
I ruined it. Sorry, guys.
Clearly, we need to work on our chemistry a bit more, and hopefully you'll find more of that in our next video, which we drop tomorrow. We drop 2 every single day, so we'll see you then. Have a great day.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.